I rise because we are at the intersection of democracy and autocracy. I rise to announce that at this moment in time, I have filed HRES 537. HRES 537 is a privileged resolution. HRES 537 has been filed because I believe that the President of the United States has committed an impeachable act.
So the video that I'm about to play for you is Representative Al Green, who today introduced articles of impeachment against Donald Trump. And I want to show you this video because it's very powerful and talk about a few things. Obviously, throughout Donald Trump's term, we've seen this has probably been the most outwardly corrupt administration we have ever seen in American history. There's no question about it. Every single day of this administration makes Watergate look like, a regular Tuesday afternoon. And in this specific instance for Al Green, he brings this after Donald Trump chose to strike Iran, which a lot of people are saying is unconstitutional, that the president does not have the authority to take us to war. Now, before I show you this video, once again, my name's Chris Mowrey, filling in for Adam Mockler on the Adam Mockler channel. If you enjoy this type of content, the link to my YouTube channel will be in the description down below. You guys have shown so much love, and as I say every single time, truly, I appreciate it. On this channel, we're trying to build something big to punch back against MAGA media, as I always call it, moving toward 2026 and 2028. And if you want to be a part of this growing community, all you have to do is click subscribe down below. It means the world. All right, let's take a listen to Al Green here and see what else he has to say.
HRES 57 addresses abuse of presidential powers by disregarding the separation of powers, devolving American democracy into an authoritarian government, usurping congressional power to declare war. Mr. Speaker, I take no delight in what I'm doing. I do this because I love my country. I do this because I understand that the Constitution is going to be meaningful or it will be meaningless.
I think really quickly, that statement right there is very powerful. There's always this misconception amongst MAGA, and I'm sure you feel it or hear it when you talk to your friends or family or people online, that we all just have Trump derangement syndrome, or we all just hate America so much. But we're actually incredibly, Democrats, when I say we, are incredibly patriotic. Like, I don't think Representative Green enjoys what he's doing right now, but he cares deeply about this country, and right now we are in constitutional crisis. Most often, I say that we're in constitutional crisis because Donald Trump is ignoring judges while he expands executive authority, hyper-politicizes these agencies. And what's the point of a constitution if Donald Trump is just going to enforce laws? Judges are going to say, hey, that's not constitutional. He's going to say, well, I don't care. That's the definition of constitutional crisis. In this instance, Al Green is talking about, who has the authority to take us to war. There's also a million other examples within this administration that are breaking our ability to function as a society. And I think one good example of this quickly before I get back to Al Green is this video that very recently went viral on the internet. This is ICE agents who appear to be talking to a group of individuals. And I want you to think, what would be happening in this scenario, or would this scenario be happening if Kamala Harris was in office? Take a listen.
ID. Name and ID. Name and ID. That's what we're waiting for. Name and ID. You don't have to answer any questions. Quédate ahí. Lo tienes que...
No hay que decir nada.
No.
What are we waiting on? I don't know if you wanted to grab her or...
No, you're not grabbing anybody. You're getting back in your car and you're leaving.
There's more of their fucking...
Oh, great. More goons. Let's see. Oh, you got plates on from Illinois. Wow.
Are you kidding me?
This is really...
No.
Come on.
No.
Show your face, show your name, show your IDs.
Name yourself.
Where's your ID?
Come on. No, where's your ID?
What are you doing?
So this is crazy. Let me pause right here. Think about this. Like, these are masked individuals showing up. They're not saying, oh, I am a federal agent. I am a police officer. They're not identifying themselves. These individuals just pull up in an unmarked car, mask across their face, just ready to arrest people. And it's like, what world are we living in? This is absurdity. Obviously, as we see ICE raids go on around the country and people be detained off the street. And then people are saying, you know, their family members are saying, where are you? You know, like, where have you gone? I can't get in contact with my loved one. Maybe that individual isn't able to see a lawyer. Obviously, Abrego Garcia was deported without due process. And we've seen this many times over and over and over again as we drift toward this authoritarianism. And I think this is one good example. The strike on Iran is another good example. And then you have stuff like this quickly that I've talked about many times before, Donald Trump's crypto dinner, right? Where he has this cryptocurrency and the top 25 people who bought the cryptocurrency get to show up to the White House and have dinner with Donald Trump. It's literally pay to play. The number one investor in this cryptocurrency, as I've talked about many times, is a man named Justin Sun, who was previously being investigated by the FEC under the Biden administration, and I believe had charges brought against him, but those things were just miraculously dropped under the Trump administration as soon as he poured a bunch of money into Donald Trump's cryptocurrency and got to sit down with him at dinner. It's like, my God, this isn't democracy, it's pay to play. You get in trouble, you pay you essentially directly influence the president's net worth and everything's fine. It's ridiculous. Now, I do want to be clear. Justin Sun's legal issues were dropped pretty much at the beginning of the Trump administration. And then after that, the crypto dinner appeared. But I'm sure there was back-end conversations where it's like, interesting that Donald Trump gets in office. Oh, you don't have any problems with the federal government anymore. And then, a few months later, essentially, really just a month or two later, you're showing up at this dinner with Donald Trump and saying, hey, I invested all this money directly into the president of the United States. It is mind-boggling. Everybody should be screaming it from the top of the roof. Now, let me continue playing Al Green here. Take a listen.
I do it because I understand that the President of the United States of America has a duty to consult Congress before taking this country to war. I do it because no one person should have the power to take over 300 million people to war without consulting with the Congress of the United States of America. I do this because if I do not, this authoritarian president that we currently have will continue to assume power. He has already instigated an assault on the citadel of democracy, the capital of the United States of America. He went so far as to pardon the persons who were actually involved in the assault.
Which, by the way, one of the individuals who assaulted a police officer, that police officer would later take his own life. Today, a jury forced him to pay $500,000 to the victim's family because of his actions. That's a video that I'm about to post on my YouTube channel, so you check out the link in the description. Click subscribe, you'll be notified right when I post it. It's wild that more people don't talk about one of the most tragic days in American history, January 6th.
He has denied persons due process of the law. I believe that if we do not take immediate action, this authoritarian president will not only devolve the country into authoritarianism, I believe he is a would-be dictator who would become a dictator. So I today announce that later today, I will bring these articles of impeachment to the floor and I will call for a vote. I believe that the hour of decision is upon us and we all have to decide, are we going to go down and choose the path of democracy, or we allow ourselves to choose the low road of autocracy? I believe that this country has come too far to allow a single person to declare war without conferring with the Congress of the United States of America. This is where I stand. This is what I will do, and I do it in the name of my country that I love dearly. I thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I yield back the balance of my time.
Massive, massive love to Representative Green. Obviously, if you remember also during Donald Trump's address to Congress, he was one of the people who stood up and then got kicked out. Absolutely love Representative Green actually standing up for this country. Now, obviously, right now, we don't have the votes The votes don't exist because everybody who's a Republican cares more about Donald Trump than anyone else or the Constitution. But that's why it's important to make sure you are registered to vote for 2026. The midterms could shake a lot of things up, so make sure you're registered to vote. If you enjoyed watching this video, it would mean a lot if you clicked like and subscribe on Adam Mockler's channel. Once again, I'm Chris Mowrey, filling in for Adam Mockler. We're trying to build something big on this channel. Punch back against MAGA media. Join the community. All you have to do is click subscribe. I love you guys so much. I really, really appreciate all the support. It brings me so much hope seeing so many other Americans fighting the good fight, and Adam and I are with you. I love you. I appreciate you. Have a good rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video.